point number 4, Chris, has a Sean Dyche magic run out at Everton. Everton back in relegation territory. Frankly, it took them blowing an opportunity and cleared easy win with a couple of dumb mistakes. They end up drawing at Forest this weekend. Do you think we both really we're buying into what Dyche has done, but now I think he's 2-1-3 in his return to Everton.
Yeah, I don't think it's gone yet. I think it's still having a positive effect on them because they're showing some fight. It was a decent result away at Forest last weekend, and they were up twice. They finished 2-2. So that shows you that they've got a bit of fight. They can score a couple of goals. They're leaky at the back, which isn't great, but they got a point. And every week, like I say, every week, those teams down there, it's so tight. There's about, 7 points between, the bottom, 7 or 8 teams, I think now. So I can still see them having enough. They're all putting up a heck of a fight down there, actually. So it's anybody's guess, quite honestly, who is going to go down. But I think they'll have enough fight because Dyche has got some fight in him, and I think he's not going to let his players roll over and just go down without a battle. So I think he's got. I think he's been a positive influence on him, and I think he's continuing to be. It's just not easy. It's just not easy to win any games, but they're doing a lot better than before he was there.
They lost to Arsenal. They lost to Liverpool, and Liverpool's been on fire right now, and Arsenal's gotten things turned back around. It looks like they've gotten and figured out the issues that they had there for a couple of matches. The Villa loss is a little concerning to me, but frankly, Villa spends £20 million more per year on payroll this year than Everton does. Villa has a better roster than Everton does. They do. So it's not the end of the world what we've seen right now, but I do wonder. You're right. I love the fight, and let's be real. They drew Forest at Forest, and nobody's beating Forest at Forest right now. You know what I mean? There's just they're killing it there. But I do. Here's the thing I think about Everton is, man, the amount of fight that they had in that match. Right there. How many times did you see a scrum happen? 4 or 5 times with a group of dudes that 6 months ago that are just charming soft, as soft as anybody in sport. So I love to see that they have that. The gray is getting in people's faces. That they're not backing down. They're getting in people's faces. Forrest wanted to take the fight to them. They got right back in their faces as it happened. And I love to see that. And it makes me believe Everton's going to be able to stay up under Sean Dyche. And again, part of it too is just when you look at the losses they've had, Liverpool's a better team. You know what I mean? Villa has a better roster. Arsenal's the better team. It is what it is at that point. You drew Forest. You're fine. And it is a little concerning, though, to see them get a couple of places out of relegation territory and fall back into it. I get that being concerning for Everton fans. Man, doesn't it seem like they're just a couple of little mistakes each match away, though, from really making a big turn? Just a couple little dumb things. Like there was the Decore pass that gave up the second goal for Forest. That was just a horrible decision. It was. And I like Decore a lot. But that was a bad decision. And so they've just got to make a little bit better decisions in midfield. And I can't help but think that things will really turn for Everton.
Yeah, they've got it there. Like I say, the big gauge is when you see a team and they're still fighting. And like you say, when there's a controversial moment, and then it's interesting to see how many of the team get behind the guy who's involved, how many are involved, how many want to be, or is he just on his own and everyone else don't care? And you can tell that they care and they've got the passion. And I'm pretty sure that's coming from Sean Dyche and them wanting to win for him as much as themselves, and it's not a bad squad. It's steady, it's steady. They're not too frail, but it's so tight that for all the teams down there, it's like 1 step forward or 2 steps forward, then 1 step back, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's just everyone's eking out a win. And so I think it's going to go down to the wire. And like I say, I think Everton will have enough.
Yeah. So you don't think Everton's going to get relegated at this point?
No, I don't. I don't know. No, because of the passion that they're showing right now.